I am Jim Holtis from Totally Offroad Radio, and we are coming to you from the Ontario Convention Center for the meetings, the Johnson Valley possible land acquisition, and we're sitting here trying to get educated, find out what all the issues are, what the intent is, what you all need to know to do your part to find out how we can not lose this land and what the Marines' intentions are. So we're going to talk to a few people around here, go around and get to the brass tacks and try to teach you what you need to know. Tell us a little bit of why we're here and what some of the options are for our listeners and to educate them.
Well, we're very excited. Tonight we have a lot of people that came out for the meetings. And right now tonight is really an information sharing. The Marine Corps is coming with some information to share with those that are affected if we were to acquire new lands. And right now we have different stations set up, the alternatives. We have 5 different alternatives and 1 no action alternative, and how we could train to meet our requirements as well if we were to expand the base. So people can come and ask how that's going to affect them in those ways. We also have our environmental specialists from our base here, as well as those that will be conducting the environmental impact statement. So there's a lot of people here that are part of the process, so that you're sharing information with those that might be concerned. And
obviously a lot of people are very concerned, very duly for the area. What time frame are we looking at to find out what the intentions are?
Well, tonight we're in the initial phases of this environmental impact statement. So tonight it's the first time that we came out and said, okay, these are all alternatives. This is the options that we have that will be looked at during the study, but it won't be until spring 2010 where the draft environmental impact statement is out there for people to have more meetings, and they can come and comment on that as well. So it's a process, and we're right in the initial phases of that process, the real beginning phases. We really appreciate everybody that came out tonight. It helps us. They're helping us, determine in this process where we can go, what we can do, and their comments are very important. So we encourage people to keep coming out, to keep emailing us, and to comment before January 31st on this process.
We're talking with Helen Baker, one of the people who started Partnership of Johnson Valley. Partnership for Johnson Valley. Tell us a little bit about what is Partnership of Johnson Valley and why was it created?
Well, why it was created is because we saw a need for a lot of groups that recreate, that live, that work in the Johnson Valley area that were going to be impacted by the marine expansion, and we thought we needed to get them all together. Economic impact. If people don't go to Johnson Valley because Johnson Valley isn't available, they won't go to Apple Valley and spend money as they drive through on their way to Johnson Valley. So a lot of factors are impacted by the potential closure of the Johnson Valley area. We're at the very beginning of a study, not a done deal. They're saying this is what we think we need. Our job is to say this is what you need to tell us about your needs, what you need to study, and what the impact would be if you did alternative 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. What the impact would be on the entire Southern California community.
Real quick, what can people do right now? Just fill out their comment cards and voice their opinions. What can people do and where can they do that?
Okay. They can go to our website, the Partnership for Johnson Valley. The website is pfjv.org. And we have the comment cards available on the website. We also have suggested comments. We have all the maps available that the Marines have. Between now and the 31st of January, it's very important that people state why the Marines should or should not follow a particular alternative. And if citizens have a suggested alternative that the Marines haven't thought of, it's very important that they put that in a comment too.
This is the time when the public gives information. The options can be changed up until, the final documents are signed, basically. But it's real important for the public to come out and to be involved in the process, stay engaged.
Well, very good. Is there a place, a website for the BLM where folks can get more information as well?
There certainly is. We have our California website, and the Marines also have their website that gives a lot of information more specific to the project. It has their application online, and all of their maps are online. So that might be their best place to go.
We're preparing an EIS, Environmental Impact Statement.
Okay. That's the actual statement, and you're going to be doing the surveys to these land issues to see which is the best way to go.
Right. We're hired by the Marine Corps Navy to do an independent environmental study as required by the National Environmental Policy Act. And this action here that's being proposed is a potential land acquisition, and certain people are, a lot of people apparently, from as we're learning from these sessions, they utilize that area for off-road vehicle, and they spend money when they come out on weekends. So it's important that this be an open process. There's nothing hidden. There's no agendas. The military wants to do what they need to do. They have their reasons. We don't question that. I mean, they've got a rationale. That rationale leads to alternatives. Is there different ways that they can accomplish what they need to do? Okay, that's required by NEPA. Don't just come and say we want to do this and that's it. They need to.
Like we want to know why from them. We need to tell them why we don't want them to do something else.
Right. So we need to hear. We need feedback. Ends at the end of January of 2009. Anytime up to that point, we need comments. We have to draw the line somewhere, so we'll cut off the comment period at the end of January.
Fill out your cards, tell your stories.
Fill out your cards. Tell us what you know uniquely about your experiences in this area. Give us something we can sink our teeth into. Give us something, if you've been out there 30 years and you know about certain unique things that you want to see reflected in this study. You want acknowledged. You don't want these guys making this decision without knowing about something that's important to you. We may not discover that thing unless you help us learn about it.